is a relationship doomed a little bit if your partner doesn't get on with your family, or your family don't approve?
Yeah.
Do you think it has an effect?
I think it does, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get to pick our children's choices at their partners or whatever. And if I could choose, I would choose Steve, who Lauren's married to. He's absolutely lovely. And she was with him from a very young age. But they had a little break in their relationship, and Lauren met someone else. And as soon as he arrived on the scene, he was like a bodybuilder. He had like a big flash car. And from what I know, he didn't have a job. So I worried about that, because he always had lots of money. You think, where's the money coming from? Obviously, somewhere shifty. And she was a bit besotted with him for a while, and he wasn't very nice to her. You know, like the relationship wasn't that great, but for some reason she took a shine to him. And I tried to warn her off and everything.
And what did she do? Did you say, look, I don't like this guy? Because sometimes it can push them towards somebody instead of away.
For some reason, she really took a shine to him, and they were going out together, and he'd come round. He used to bring them bodybuilding drinks round him. He was very into himself and everything. And eventually, it sort of started to break down. First of all, she'd like get me in the car going to try and find him, see where he was. So she didn't trust him or anything. He already had a daughter by another relationship and that. And eventually, it did finish. He finished it. She was heartbroken, and she went into a pub to see him one night, and he threw a drink over her. And I remember ringing him and saying, look, you've got a daughter, you've got a sister. How would you like someone to do that to your child? He eventually apologised.
That's all you said to him.
I know, yeah, I did want to give him a good hiding, I tell you. But eventually he apologised to me and said, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have done it. And then he rang and apologised to Lauren. But thank God that relationship was over, and she got back on track with Steve. But
that's the thing. Can you imagine if it hadn't been over and she really, you know, was in love with him, and then she came home and said, Mum, we're getting married?
Well, I would have had to accept him, because I love my daughter more than anyone else in the world. And as I said, you can't choose their partners, but I'm so pleased that she never chose him.